Good morning, friends. I'm so happy to be back today, especially for the video I'm about to film today, because it's a wonderful collaboration with WhisperAudios. I'm gonna have the link down below to her channel. She's a wonderful, wonderful girl. I just find her so adorable, and basically we did a swap with like cultural items, and she sent me a box of 5 kilos of products from the UK that are I just couldn't wait until I made the video to eat it all because it's so amazing. So I'm very grateful to her, and go check her channel if you don't know her because she's wonderful. Okay, so let's start. First of all, and she sent little notes with every single item, like she wrote so much on everything. And so that's the first little note. I love her writing, and it's all handmade, handwritten. And it says, London fridge magnets. One shows the most iconic landmarks of London, like Big Ben and the London Eye, which is this one right here. And you can tell there's the London Eye here and the Big Ben. And it's so classic and just super cute. I just can't wait to put it on my fridge. They're waiting just because I didn't want to break them, and I find it so cute. And the other shows our iconic red post boxes, which are pretty much on every street corner all over Britain. There are all these pillar box red color and are kept in a pristine condition, and I love it. How cute is this? I don't know, I just always loved these little telephone cabins. I find them very, very iconic, as she said. So, next. She sent me, I'm not going to read it because it's personal, but I'm going to show you the paper because she sent me a letter, and look at it. Like, the paper is like parchment paper, and it has the seal, the wax seal. It is so cute and I love it so much. It reminds me of Harry Potter. I feel like I've been accepted to Hogwarts or something like that with the green wax seal. Next, she sent me big box of a very big box actually of rooibos tea. It's a decaffeinated tea, and she also wrote a note, and I love that it's all kept in these crinkly packages that make a wonderful noise. I just love receiving little surprises like this. And the title of it is TikTok, for the brand, and she wrote TikTok rooibos tea. Rooibos, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. It says, a natural caffeine-free tea which is incredibly refreshing and delicious. As it is caffeine-free, it can be enjoyed at any time, at any day. I like to drink it without milk or sugar, and in the summer I like to add a slice of lemon or even enjoy it cold with some ice mint cucumber, like a tea pings. So, I can't wait to try that. I'll try it her way to see if I like it. just thinking of all the items she sent because I just can't wait to eat it all. Honestly, it's been so hard for me to wait. But you know me, I'm very impatient. Next, she sent another box of tea, and this one is caffeinated, and again with a little note. And I love the packaging. It's like very old school. It's very cute and also crinkly, which is one of my favorite sounds. I'm sorry for my neighbors. There's little children out in the balcony, you know, it's summer, so difficult to control in Barcelona. But her little note says, Yorkshire tea, probably the best tea you can get. This is my favorite tea in the whole world. The best way to drink it is to brew the tea by constantly stirring it for 2-3 minutes. Take the tea bag out, add just a splash of milk until the tea is a toffee color, then add sugar if you like. I had 2 teaspoons, so I'm gonna try it her way too. I never had a tea with milk before, and again, I just can't wait to try it. Gonna leave it there. I'm so hot these days, it's just... It's not even that hot yet, but I'm like sweating. Anyway, I kept, because she packaged everything so well with like all the bottle wraps and everything, and I thought it would be a very good idea to actually open it on cameras. I love the noise. Like, isn't that wonderful? I just love it. And her little note here. She says, Custard cream biscuits. I'm gonna love this. I'm telling you, I'm gonna love this. I love everything custard. A very popular British biscuit, I didn't know, originating in 1908. Hope I'm saying this right, because I don't know how to read numbers in English. The custard cream is made of 2 thin vanilla biscuit layers with a creamy custard flavor centered. It is enjoyed with a cup of tea, of course. That's the biscuits. And I can't wait to try these. They look so deliciously yummy. Like the little cream inside in the middle, and Fox custard creams. Oh my god, honestly, let me at least smell it because I'm so impatient. Oh my god. Oh, this is Angel. It's angels coming out from a box. This smells so good, guys. I mean, if you could smell the package right now, that is very buttery, vanilla, and oh my god, I'm gonna eat that after I film the video, I'm just telling you. So, I don't want to eat on camera because I feel very awkward, but yeah, so I'll leave it here for now. What else? I'm so hot. Okay. I actually kind of opened it a little bit the other day because I wanted to smell it. I was very curious, but it's still on the back. And let's see if I can pick up her little notes like always. And so her little note says, Marmot, love it or hate it. And that's why I wanted to smell it first. I was very curious. Marmot is a sticky dark brown food paste with a very strong flavor. It is made from yeast extract, a byproduct of beer brewing. Because of its strong taste, many people either love it or hate it, as the slogan goes. We normally eat it on toast or even add a spoonful to soups and stews. So I actually opened it, and let me show you the product first. It's a wonderful little package with bubble wrap. And it's this little cute, adorable bottle that looks like a Harry Potter's cauldron, doesn't it? I mean, it's so cute. I just love it. And it's very like old school, the logo, I find it. And when I opened this, my first impression was like an anchovy smell, or almost like a nori seaweed smell, and I loved it because I'm craving everything salty at the moment, and I just put a finger and it was delicious. A little even vinegary, like I don't know how to explain it, but I love it. I definitely love it, so happy about that. And I tried, well, I didn't, but I will try it on toast, as she said, because I think it's actually very strong. So if I put a little thin layer, it would be very nice. Then she did this, I couldn't believe she did it. Like, she printed out a lot of the British traditions for me. And like there's so many. Also in a crinkly packaging. And she included a fish and chips ad. I thought it was very nice. So I'm gonna read some for you. Typically British traditions. Wait a second. Okay. So, typically British traditions. And it says, eating a traditional roast dinner on Sunday. Yum. Normally roast beef, but always with Yorkshire puddings and roast potatoes. Yum. I love everything in here. And that's the picture she showed. Putting the kettle on in a crisis. Tea is the solution for everything. Eating a full English breakfast. Bacon, sausages, eggs, beans and harsh browns with a big dollop of HP sauce, which it's a brown sauce that I actually never tried, and I'm waiting to try that my husband adores completely. And yeah, I can't wait to try that. So the ability to queue nicely. If you have to wait in a line for something, we know how to do it calmly and neatly. And this is very true. Every time I go to London, something is shocking to me that I didn't see that, and I traveled quite a lot anywhere else in the world, that people make lines to get in the bus, and they're so quiet and like so tidy, and it's incredible. So yeah, then going to the pub, having a pint of beer, a glass of wine with friends after work or at the weekend, eating turkey on Christmas Day, pretty much the ultimate roast dinner. Yum. Always eaten with turkey, and there is always so much turkey left over, you end up eating it for days afterwards. Look how delicious this looks. Wow, that looks good. I'm gonna keep it in the packaging because I like how it sounds. So, next she says, having an avid, I hope I'm pronouncing that well. Having an avid interest in the weather at all times, because English weather is so unpredictable. It makes it hard to make plans, especially ones outside. And you see a British umbrella, which is very cute. Eating fish and chips on a Friday. I love fish and chips. I tried it when I was in Scotland, and I love fish and chips, and I do not like fish very much, especially because I feel I'm very hungry after eating, and it's like not tense enough for me, and I don't like the bones, but their fish doesn't have bones. I don't know if they take them off, or it's so good, like all crispy, and it's so good. And so it sells, well, not always on a Friday. Whenever you cannot be bothered to cook, you go and buy fish and chips. Shrove Tuesday or Pancake Day. Yum. Normally we eat pancakes with lemon and sugar. Sometimes we stuff them with ice cream and drizzle them with golden syrup. And these kind of pancakes, I never try them. They look or remind me of the French crepes. These ones here. We have crepes like that in Catalonia too, but they're thinner. They're more like eggy and less floury. And we eat them with like whipped cream and chocolate. It's very good. It's from northern Catalonia, but it reminds me quite a lot of these. Next she says, saying sorry, and that's very funny, saying sorry when you've not done anything wrong. This is normally when somebody bumps into you and you say sorry for them. And there's like a very funny thing that says, British one, sorry, are you in the queue? British two, oh no, I'm not, sorry. British one, oh sorry. Both Brits laugh uncontrollably with relief. I thought that was a very funny thing. Then Dunkin' biscuits and tea. Just as long as the biscuit doesn't fall into the tea. That's just the worst. And look at those biscuits. Like those. She sent me a package of those, like digestive biscuits. I love them. Honestly, I just can't wait. It's so good. You can tell I'm a sweet tooth person. Then, being proud of your garden. This is true mostly for the older generation who have a lot of horticulture, plants and flowers and keep their garden pristine all year round. And look at this marvelous picture of the typical British garden. It's so beautiful. Oh, I would love a fresh summer like that. Then enjoying a cream tea in Devon. Fruit scones with thick clotted cream and jam served with, of course, a pot of tea. That looks very yummy and I never tried it before. Next, she says, is drinking cider in Somerset, famous for its delicious apple cider. That reminds me so much of America, like apple cider. Oh, I love it. I love it. I do that in autumn a lot. Just love it. Eating pasties with, I hope it's pronounced that way, pasties. When visiting Cornwall, pasties are thick, savory pastries which are filled with beef, sliced or diced potato, sweet, hope I'm saying that right, sweet and onion, seasoned with salt and pepper, then baked. The pastry became popular with working people in Cornwall, where tin miners, as it was a complete meal, they would be carried easily and eaten without cutlery. Once the inside meat and vegetables were consumed, the outside pastry could be thrown away to prevent eating the tin taint outside from the hands, which would cause poisoning. That's very interesting. So it's basically the pastry wasn't eaten itself, it was just the meat. But that looks very, very nice. That's very yummy. Reminds me of the pumpkin pasties of Harry Potter. Then, the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. They are so serious. Even if you make faces or be silly in front of them, they're so disciplined that they won't even crack a smile. And that is very true, because I took pictures with them. I put like flowers on them and everything. They did not move, not even, they didn't change their facial expressions. It was incredible. They're so disciplined, and that's very admirable. I don't know how they do it. Then watching the Queen's speech on Christmas Day, mostly watched by the older generation, but every Christmas the Queen broadcast her pre-recorded message to the nation, normally inspired by current events and what to be thankful for. And there's a picture of the Queen. I love this sound. Eating strawberries and cream while watching Wimbledon. Sorry. The iconic food of the famous tennis tournament held in the summertime, and on heel at the Wimbledon was informally nicknamed after Dean Hammond, who was our best tennis player until he retired and was replaced by Andy Murray, who is actually Scottish. Visiting pantomime at Christmas. British pantomime is a popular form of theatre incorporating song, dance, buffoonery, slapstick, in-jokes, audience participation, and mild innuendo. Woo, that was very difficult to read. I hope I'm saying it right, because I think I'm not. But sorry about that. Hope you don't get offended. He's behind you, or no, he didn't, are the phrases that the audience normally shout out. And there's a picture of them. How they look like. Then, barbecuing at the first hint of sunshine, and that is very true. Because sunshine and heat are so rare, we always get outside as soon as the weather is nice. The most common thing to do with friends and family is to have a barbecue. Then, going to the beach at the first sight of sunshine, exactly the opposite as here. The best beaches are down in Cornwall and Devon, but there are some lovely beaches in Essex. It is custom to buy a 99 ice cream, which is a wafer cone filled with soft rosy ice cream topped with a Cadbury's flake. That looks really delicious. So good. I think it's the last one. She says, playing conkers in the playground. In the autumn, children gather up the fallen conkers from the horse chestnut tree, tie them with string, and then battle each other. They take turns to smash the opponent's conker with theirs. The first person's conker to shatter or split is the loser. The winner is the conker that remains intact. And then, for the last, she says, Maury's dancing. The weirdest. Oh my god. Oh, I will have to send you a thing. I'm talking to Charlotte. But like, we have the same dance in Catalonia. It's really weird. It's really crazy. Anyway, the weirdest and freakiest tradition. People dress up and dance around while hitting sticks together. It's the same thing. Normally practiced in small towns in the summertime. Incredible. I didn't know that. Anyway, that was very nice. I couldn't believe how much work she did to do all these. It's just crazy. And then look at what she sent. She sent me chocolate with a little note. And that's the chocolate. It's the traditional Cadbury's Dairy Milk chocolate. And I love, 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 love chocolate. So, let's read what she says. She says, Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate. Made in England in 1905, it was one of the first chocolate bars to be made with milk. It is probably the best-selling chocolate variety in the UK. Other flavors include twisted nut, caramel, walnut, and many others. Cadbury also makes cereal bars, hot chocolate, and desserts. Yum! I just cannot wait to eat it. Little sticky note. Again. I'm gonna enjoy these a lot. Thank you, Charlotte. And then, oh, that's so cute. I forgot about that. She sends me, that's not from the culture, but she's so cute. She sends me a watermelon little notebook. So that's my notebook for, I will use this for my diary in summer probably, because it's watermelon, so it's me, and it's summery. It's very cute. And it just lined. And she says, I saw this notebook in my local supermarket and I knew I had to buy it for you. Watermelons. She's so cute. I thought she was adorable. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I'm gonna leave it there. And then I opened these just because, as you all know, I'm very impatient, very curious. I needed to open it. But I kept basically, I can't believe she did all these. Like, this is a craft. Like, I can't believe it. She bought parchment paper and again with a wax seal. Look how Harry Potter-ish this looks. Look at that. She even burned it on the sides. And this whole here. And it's handwritten, plus she printed that picture. It says, Guy Fawkes Night, or Bonfire Night, or Firework Night. An annual event celebrated on November 5th. Its history begins with the events of the 5th of November 1605, when Guy Fawkes, I don't know how to read this name of Fawkes. Oops. I'm sorry. I'm feeling really bad. But basically, this name right here. Yes, it's complicated sometimes. A member of the extremist Catholic gunpowder plot nearly blew up the Houses of Parliament in an attempt to assassinate the Protestant King James I. On the 5th November 1605, Londoners were encouraged to celebrate the King's escape from assassination by lighting bonfires. Today, we still celebrate this tradition by hosting lots of firework displays and lighting bonfires. We get together with friends and family, drink mulled wine, and eat hog roast. That's a picture of him. Remember, the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason, and blood. We see no reason why gunpowder, treason should ever be forgot. Guy Fawkes. Guy, it was his intent to blow up the king and parliament. 30 barrels were laid below to prove old England's overthrow. And it's a rhyme song on Bonfire Night. By God's mercy, he was caught with a darkened lantern and burning match. So, holler boys, let the bells ring. Holler boys, God save the king. And what shall we do with him? Burn him. Scary. that was very, very nice. I loved this. I think I'm gonna like hang it somewhere because I just, especially, I don't know, I love it. It's amazing. It's very... Then that's the thing I was talking about before. It's just, I'm gonna eat it in 5 minutes, okay? Like, this is what I was talking about. Oops. So, I kept it in the packaging. The noise is so wonderful. It says here, chocolate digestive biscuits developed in 1839 by 2 Scottish doctors to aid digestion. These biscuits are considered to be the best to dunk into a cup of tea. You can get plain flavor, ones with chocolate, and even ones with a caramel center. Well, I'm glad she sent these ones because I don't like caramel and I absolutely love chocolate. The plain flavor can also be eaten with cheese or made into a cheesecake loose. That's so good. I love cheesecake bakes. I think I might have to cut this one. So I have a little pair of scissors here. It's coming out. These is gonna be in my belly in one day. Like, I love digestive chocolate biscuits. Like, that's so good. It's so good. So good. Thank you very much. Then she sent something that I'm very curious about because I've never tried it, and it's called Lily's. Hope it's Lily's golden syrup. And golden syrup is a light, thick treacle made of sugar syrup. It is used in many recipes for famously the golden syrup sponge, which is enjoyed as a dessert after a roasted dinner. It was invented in 1883 by Charles Eastick and manufactured by Tate and Lyle, one of the oldest companies in Britain. Best enjoyed licked off a spoon, which is probably what I'm gonna do. Let's open. I think it's a very nice tin. I can take my little scissors again, because I think that's it. It's a real old school tin. Look at that, it's so pretty. And I love the tin. It's like a super old school tin with like a line here, and then it's gold and green. So nice. I just can't wait to try that. Must be very yummy because I have a sweet tooth. Next. More chocolate. So in her little note, I'm gonna detach it. She says, "Fries chocolate cream, my favorite." So I can't wait to try it. This was one of the first chocolate bars produced in England in 1866. They are vegan and consist of a peppermint cream fondant center encased in a dark chocolate shell. So I guess it must be very similar taste to the After Eights, but they'll look thicker. I can't wait to enjoy all this chocolate. I know I should wait and eat a little bit, but I think I'm gonna try it all at once. I'm not gonna finish it all, but try it all at once. It looks very yummy. Then she sent so many things. It's absolutely unbelievable. Like, I was shocked when I received the box because it's gigantic. Like, to send something like that, it just, and she put so much effort in every single little thing, you know what I mean? Like, writing all these notes, and they're so long, and so it just blew my mind completely. But anyway, that's something very nice and healthy. And it's Mullen sea salt. This flaky sea salt is made in my hometown. It is also sold all around the world, and it is used by famous chefs and celebrities alike. And it's a very nice packaging. Like that. Very nice. Okay. These is literally one of my favorite things ever. And it's very simple, but I adore, absolutely love shortbread. It's so good. It's so buttery and comforting, and so it says, "This is a typical Scottish biscuit." I actually tried it in Scotland, and oh my god, that is so good, and it's just so good. Anyway, it's a typical Scottish biscuit made with sugar, butter, and flour. It is delicious with a cappuccino, or even better, dunked in a cup of tea. These are one of my favorite biscuits. Me too. Definitely. So. Let me open these because I need to smell it. Look at these, look at these. Oh my god, they're gonna go in my mouth. What's it smell like? This salty, sweet, buttery. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. You have no idea. It's so good. Okay, I have to calm down. I'm gonna make a feast here by myself after these videos. Next is that famous HP brown sauce I was talking about, and I have no idea what it tastes like. I never tasted it, but my husband is the craziest fan of these. So he was very, very grateful that she sent these because he was missing it. And it says HP sauce, also known as brown sauce, made in Heinz. The brown sauce is made by Heinz. Sorry, the brown sauce is like the brother of tomato ketchup. I'm probably gonna like that then. It is a lot more spicy than tomato sauce, and it is enjoyed mostly on sausage rolls, full English breakfasts and ships. HB stands for Houses in Parliament and was invented by Frederick Gibson in 1895. So much history and everything. It's unbelievable how she did all this. It blows my mind. But let's open it. I'm gonna have to smell it. I think it's stuck there. Oh yeah, I will have to cut it out. Maybe open the other side. Let me cut it. This is the scissors that I used for like journaling and glue and sticking things, you can tell. I'm making a lot of noise with the bubbles. It was very well wrapped up. So that's the famous HP sauce. I have to open it. I'm gonna want to. It smells really good. I wonder if it's like strong spicy. But it kind of smells like these Frankfurt sausages from hot dogs in Frankfurt in Germany. That's gonna be very good, I think. If I don't like it, my husband's gonna love it. So. But I think I'm gonna like it. So that was the HP sauce. Then she sent, and I'm glad she sent that because I love it. Tiptree Jam. This world famous jam is made near my hometown. It is used and enjoyed by famous chefs and even celebrities. They hear a whole range of sweet and savory jams and chutneys, and their tea rooms are award-winning. When you drive through Tiptree, you can smell the sweetness of the jam cooking on the wind. That must be very nice. I have to cut this. Maybe I'll be able to take this out. And it's also very cute, like traditional packaging. It's very nice. I'm not gonna smell it because I'm not gonna open it yet. So, but thank you very much. I'll enjoy it probably on my toast or yogurt and things like that. I love strawberry jam. Next, I thought that was really cute, and I would never have thought of it, but it's true that in Britain you don't have euros, and she sent me coins. Like, I just thought it was amazing, and they make a wonderful noise. And so she sent two. The first one is a crown coin, and it's very big. And it is. It looks like that. And like this. It's very big, super big. And there's a little note, like always. And it says, crown coin. These coins were in circulation up until 1966. I really love old coins, especially the old British crown coins, as they are so huge. And they are. Probably one of the biggest in circulation pre-1970s. I brought a bunch of them as a prop for my video, so I thought it would be nice to send you one. That was very nice. Thank you so much. I thought it's amazing. It is so big. It looks like almost the size of these chocolate coins, but it's a real one and it's heavy. It's so nice. So, let's open this one here. She says these are British coins, the current currency, and there's like £2, £1, 50p, 20p, 10p, 5p, 2p, 1p. We now hear a new £1 coin, which looks like this. She made a drawing. Well, something like that. It is a 12-sided coin. In 1971 decimal day, transformed all the old currency, shillings, farthings, sixpence, crowns, etc., into denominations of 10, which carries the currency we have today. So, these are the coins. I'm gonna take them out one by one. This one. This one reminds me of a euro. The way it is, like gold in the outside and silver inside. But it's bigger. And then this one here. And this bronze one. This one was just really pretty. And kind of has a dragon on it. And the queen. And this one's very nice too. This one. This one has like a lion king with a crown. And the smallest one. This. That was put it in here. Then, because there's more. Like, she sent me a whole book. Can't you believe that? That's crazy. It's crazy. She says, this is more of a posh British cookbook and surprisingly didn't include recipes for Yorkshire puddings or roast potatoes, so I have included printouts of the recipes I used at home. You can have both with any, well, most other recipes in this book. That was very nice to include those extra recipes apart from the whole book. Like, and I love book smells. So here are the recipes. Here are the two recipes. Perfect roast potatoes and best Yorkshire puddings. So very nice. I'm gonna be cooking this for my husband probably, and for myself. And then the book is just amazing. It's like that. And we have some recipes here in the back. And then it's a very thick book of recipes. And there's pictures. Oops. There's pictures in here. And then the recipe, which I love. And that look very good. Look at this. Yum. I'm gonna be trying all of these, and thank you so much for sending me a whole book. Like, ugh, I just can't believe it. That was so unexpected. I just couldn't believe it. Anyway. And the last thing she sent is newspaper, and she says, "The Daily Telegraph newspaper. We love our newspapers in Britain and read them at every opportunity. The news is always very depressing and morbid, but we read newspapers at breakfast, on the tube, subway, bus, and on the toilet." That was very funny. I actually read books on the toilet. I'm not kidding, like magazines and things. I here included the Daily Telegraph, which is apparently the third most popular newspaper in Britain. So that's it. So that was a very nice little thing to send. My mom's gonna be loving this because she always buys like foreign newspapers and things for like super expensive and special foreign shops. But because she loves it, and I think she's gonna love to take a look at that after I'm done reading it. So it would be at the toilet as a traditional thing. Okay, so that was it for this video. I just feel so grateful and so happy and so hungry with all these things she sent, and I'm just so thankful and happy. So I couldn't wait to film this video, but as I said many times already, I've been feeling pretty bad, and today I felt amazing. I thought, today I'm gonna film the video, and I'm glad I did, because now I'll be able to enjoy all these things. And so I hope you enjoyed it too, and you could learn a little bit more of the British culture, and that's it. So I see you hopefully very soon. And don't worry, because this date is not gonna last for a long time, so I'll be uploading a lot more regularly in 2 months, but I'll try to upload even more these days if I feel better. So I just send you lots of love and have sweet dreams, and I see you for next video. Bye friends.